So welcome to everyone. We are here again and ready to go. The domestic season still relatively freshly started in many of Europe's major leagues. It is a time filled with hope and expectation, and that is certainly the case here. The first step, one of many, towards the very summit of European football. This is the time when you dream, indeed perhaps you believe, you are allowed to believe. The Kuip, often ranked amongst the most intimidating stadiums to play in, and it harks back to the 1960s and 70s in both its looks and its feel. Well, last year certainly had its fair share of memorable moments. Let us hope for the same, perhaps better, this time round.
Well, when it comes to major European trophies, Peter, this is one of those eagerly awaited days on the footballing calendar. I think changes to the format have increased interest levels, and the emphasis on victories is more pronounced now, and hopefully these two will go at it accordingly and we can enjoy this.
So we're up and running. Berghaus. Berghaus going full steam ahead down the left flank. That is terrific skill. Fair. Beautifully done. Turns and goes back. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly. But nearly is nothing.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well, there's something you don't see every day. Zaniolo, Federico Fazio, Smalling, Matic, Pellegrini, Smalling, Smalling switches it towards the other side. He's pinged one through here. Stuck it into his own net.
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Roma got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
Berghaus. In it comes. Great leap! This could fall anywhere. Danger averted for now. He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, if you give him something to attack in the air, he's most likely to get there. It's what he does best.
Play for a throw. Fair. And it's Turnstra. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's gone out for a throw-in. Turnstra. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Zaniolo. Moves it over to the other flank. Feyenoord are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Well, the task is obviously a lot tougher, and they can't afford to waste time feeling sorry for themselves. The correct response is greater focus and work rate now, and especially avoiding another goal.
And that's been lever clear. Plenty waiting in the middle. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there.
That's believing too much in his own ability to hold on to the ball. Well, it's a crossing feast here, but I'd advise them to keep a variety in their play to avoid being found out and stopped.
Yeah, nobody's going to argue with that. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Hoists it forward. Berghaus. It's come loose.
Feyenoord have been pretty good down that left side, you know. No doubt this is an area they've identified as a potential weakness in their opposition, and they're willing to exploit it. Well, this poses the defence a few tricky questions, and the answers have to be hard and fast.
Spinazzola. And help's available out wide. Dybala. Pumps it into the... Up to meet it! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Matic drives it forward. And it's got through. Pastore. Pastore delivers. And it's played forward. Could move up a gear here. Forward it goes. And it's hoisted clear. That has put a stop to that. Matic. Lazio goes looking. Pellegrini. Pastore looking to run onto it. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Gets it upfield. And that's surely a foul. Free kick. Wijnaldum gets it away. And that's been won straight back. Defence has got rid of that. Finds himself eased off the ball. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Pellegrini, Pastore looking to get on the end of this. Pastore delivers. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Cleared away. It'll be a throw-in. Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Wijnaldum was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Fair. Plays it out to the wing. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Jens Toornstra. And it's fair. Pastore. Federico Fazio. Forward it goes. A really good feat. Nicely controlled. Fair. Oh, nice touch. Aimed in towards the centre, and that's been well dealt with. And the first 45 minutes are up. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
So that was the first half. Still plenty of time left for a comeback.
we go again then.
Feyenoord don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Pellegrini lobs it in gently. Here it comes. Defending of the desperate variety. And he's there to hoof it away. Jens Toornstra. Berghaus loses his balance and loses the ball. Matic. Federico Fazio. Smalling tries to switch the play. Zaniolo. Now it's Dybala. Spinazzola. And here's Dip, goes for goal! Dybala goes short. And here's Dybala. Delivery from Dybala. And he's there to clear it. And it's fair. Berghaus.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
Fazio did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Spinazzola proving impossible to wrestle off the ball. Oh, shooting chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And out to safety. Zaniolo. Federico Fazio. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Pellegrini. Wijnaldum. Pastore with a delicate ball. And the finish! Sticks it away! Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Now it's Dybala. Fair. Jens Toornstra. Fair. Jens Toornstra. Hoists it forward.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Basio plays it forward. Zaniolo. That's a promising ball. Berghaus! Berghaus! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Berghaus. Has a pop! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Wijnaldum tries to get it forward quickly. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Pastore tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Let down by a lack of accuracy. Across the field it goes. Matic. Pellegrini. Pastore. Has he picked him out?
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And here's Dybala. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Harmlessly behind.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Fair. Fair drives it forward.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Matic. Smalling with the crossfield ball. Out to the right. Feyenoord must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And that's sprayed out wide.
Roma are clearly looking to kill this game off. It's keeping the ball away from the other end too. Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Across the field it goes.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Jens Toornstra. Out to the left it goes.
Feyenoord are actually displaying tremendous fighting spirit. There's a real belief that they can still have a say.
And now the breakaway. Defending was strong and firm. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Pastore. Pastore. And they've been caught out here. Lovely bit of skill there. Time to deliver. And here's Pastore. Pastore. And the shot! There's a long ball, a little chip, no, not quite. There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
So that's it. It is all over. So the first game is lost and there is ground to be made up. The margin for error significantly reduced. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, it's the start they didn't want, but it doesn't have to mean there's no chance of recovery. There's still plenty of points to turn things around.